Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday, April 8th, and we are about to dive into problem set 3 out of 20, except for the 13 kids who don't have any homework tonight because they showed mastery on their problem set 3 yesterday in class. So just an incentive to work hard on the problem sets. All right. And also just like show what you know and all of that good stuff. All right. Let's get some fractions done. I do actually really like fractions, the way that they look, and then like organizing your work makes me happy. All righty. All right, so we create a plan before we solve on scrap paper, and we respond to the question that's asked in context with precise units. Okay. And this one is problem set 3 out of 20 times 5 times 5, 115. So I should have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundredths. There we go. Okay. And some of my loadout things are, I need the least common multiple. And I need 4/8 equals 1/2. And anything else that equals each other. So let's see what's happening at Diana, who's working in the clothing store. She sold 1/5 of the total number of green shirts on Monday. So 1/5. Okay. And then on Monday, she did the 1/5 and then 3/12 of the total on Tuesday. So it's all green. So it's all one family here. All right. So what fraction? Okay. So we need Monday plus Tuesday, which is 3/12. So I'm going to do it vertically because then I can make sure that I see everything. And 12 and 5, I'm going to go by 12. And then the first number I have that either ends in a 5, which it won't because this is 12, or 0, I know that 5 will go into 12, 24, 36, 48, 60 it is. I'm going to get 60, set up my table. 60 divided by 12 is 5. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. 60 divided by 5 is 12, which goose, gander, 12. Now we're adding these together. 2 plus 5 is 7, 27 60ths. Now, I can keep it at 27 60ths because this is my answer, but I can reduce it if I wanted to, total on Monday and Tuesday. But anyway, this was our answer, so we're all good. All right. On the back. I don't know why I just put one problem here. I think I thought I moved the other one here too. Diana sold 2/15 of the total number of green shirts on Wednesday. What's the difference in the fraction of the total green shirts sold on Tuesday and Wednesday? So this is Wednesday. And Tuesday was 3/12. Tuesday is 3/12. So this is tricky because you have to actually have the larger number first, but I know that 3/12 is going to be greater than 2/15. One, because it's a smaller denominator in 12, and like that means that the pieces are bigger, and I'm taking 3 of them instead of 2 pieces. So I'm going to have 3/12 minus 2/15. And I already know that 60 is a beautiful thing for these numbers. So I'm just setting up my table. 60 divided by 15 is 4. Goose, gander, 8. 60 divided by 12 is 5. Goose, gander, 15. 15 minus 8 is 7/60ths difference. Okay. And that's A. A. A is in ball. All right. An art teacher paints a part of her wall in her classroom. These stories are awesome. She paints the top 2/5 of the wall blue, and then the bottom 1/6 of the wall green. So 2/5 blue, 1/6 green. Okay. She does not paint. This is all no paint. What fraction does she paint? So we need 2/5 plus 1/6. Okay. 5 and 6. I'm going to count by 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. I know 5 goes into that. So I'm going to set up my table. La, la, la. Times fraction bar, times fraction bar. 30 divided by 6 is 5. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. 1 times 5 is 5, equivalent to 1/6. 30 divided by 5 is 6. It's good for the goose, good for the gander. 2 times 6 is 12. Now, I need the sum here. So I'm adding 12 plus 15. That's 12 plus 5, excuse me. That is 17/30, which is D. Okay. Total wall. All right. Total wall, by the way. Stan's lawnmower had, oh, this is tricky, had 1/8 gallon of gas in the tank. So it starts with 1/8. 1/8. Okay. Stan started mowing and he used all of it. All gone. Minus 1/8, 0 gas. Then he put in 6/10 gas. And after he mowed, 1/4 of a gallon. So 6/10 gallon. And 1/4 was left. So he used something in between 6/10 minus 1/4 was left over. So that means it was not used. Okay. And I'm going to be subtracting 6/10 minus 1/4 to know the amount that he used. I know that 10 and 4 actually have a common denominator in 20. So I'm going to set up my table. Boom, 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 boom. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Goose, gander, 5. 20 divided by 10 is 2. 2, 2. 6 times 2 is 12. And like I said, I'm subtracting. So I have 7/20 left because he had 6/10 and 1/4 was remaining. So that means that this amount of gas was used. So Stan used, this wasn't left, actually. The 1/4 was left. He used 7/20 of a gallon. Okay, because of the other one was left over. So 7/20. Oh, there's no 20ths here. Whatever am I going to do? Well, I'm going to look and I see 7/20 and all of my denominators are 40. So I'm going to set it up just like any old equivalent fraction. And I'm going to set my table. So I'm going to have multiplication fraction bar. 40 divided by 20 is 2. Goose, gander, 14. Boom. Okay. And we got one left. Leah, oh, this poor young lady. Leah incorrectly added these fractions. She said to add the fraction with different denominators, use a common denominator, add the numerators. I love this, but you also need to get an equivalent fraction, right? Leah's work is shown. So 12 looks great, but she hasn't done anything to change the size of the numerator, which means that they were not equivalent fractions. So we can't actually find a sum this way. All right. Leah's mistake. Okay. Leah's mistake. Leah did not find equivalent fractions with the common denominator. Okay. She didn't do that. So her sum is incorrect. Okay. To find 2/3 plus 1/2 plus 5/12, we need a denominator. We need a denominator of 12 and new numerators to keep, the same amount. Okay, so see what that looks like. 2/3, 1/2, 5/12. And I know that 12 is going to be there, so this is freebie. 12, boom, boom, times, setting my table up. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Goose, gander, 6. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Goose, gander, 8. And I'm going to add these. So now I have 8 twelfths because that's equivalent to 2/3. So I have 8 twelfths plus 6 twelfths plus 5 twelfths. And that's going to equal 14, 19 twelfths. Okay, and 19 twelfths is the same as 1 and 7 twelfths. Okay. Hey, Leah, um, okay. Leah needs to rewrite the fractions with, all right, hang on. Okay, so then Leah needs to rewrite the fractions with equivalent numerators. Okay, so she made a big mistake, but that's okay. That's how we learn. Creativity. I'm sorry, mistakes and challenges are the best way for our brains to learn. Remember, oh, it's this upside down, but the poster in my classroom, it's actually really true. People study it, and I hope that you have a great night. Study those fractions.